welcome back everyone, and happy Independence Day to all my American friends and subscribers, or even viewers if you haven't subscribed. If you are watching this and you haven't just subscribed, then please do. So I hope you're all having a fantastic day wherever you are and whatever time this is. And obviously I had to do an episode on this special day, seeing as we are here on the American Life Farming map. But first of all, a kind of, I was going to say disclaimer, but it's not really, but the inevitable did happen on this map. There was an update and it required a new save game, which meant I had to, well, I didn't have to, but to get the full benefits of the update and a couple of extra things, I had to delete the old save game and start again. So yes, you can imagine. So I had to come back on here, I had to buy this plot, I had to set everything up, we had wheat already in this field again, but it was only in like its second stage of growth. So I've had to replant rice, which you can see is just starting to come through. So I had to do all of that. I've even used the same seeder as we did last time and tried to empty it roughly where we emptied it last time. I've had to buy exactly the same equipment as what we had before, including the wide tyres and weights on our tractor, because we didn't start off with those, but we did do them. The money is in the top right hand corner, is roughly where we were at the end of episode 2. I think we might be slightly over by, what was it? It's probably about $11, but I'm sure you guys are going to let me off for that. What else? So yeah, it's been a little bit of a headache and a nightmare, and quite a while setting it back up. We have, though, on here, so as you can see, we've got wheat in. Now, because I just seeded straight over the wheat, it has given another stage of fertilizer on there. So as you can see, that is fully fertilized, but I'm not sure whether it is. It doesn't look as dark at the soil as it normally does when you go over twice, so I will try and go over it again in a second and we'll see what happens. But on the map, as part of the update, we've got this new sell point here, Taco Food Stop, which is pretty cool. So we've got another sell point added in that we can use, and it is just down there at the bottom. So what do they take there? Potatoes, which I honestly can't see us probably doing on here because the fields are so big. We'll take eggs, milk, rice, which is handy for us, that's good, carrots, onions and tomato. So that's not bad. We've got a few more options there to sell that. But what I think we will do, because we haven't got a great deal we can be cracking on with until this rice, comes up, we will try and see if we can fertilize this. So we're going to need a fertilizer spreader, and I was thinking, look, we could probably pick up a few contracts, that's the wrong menu, here and there, because where these fields are so huge, look at some of these contracts. I mean, not that one, we're not doing that, definitely not that one. That's potatoes, we'll be here all day. So yeah, field 40, $19,000 for fertilizing. And this field 26, $25,000. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to accept that one, like so. But we won't do it just yet, because we're going to see if we can... Where is field 26 out of interest, and the size of it? Ah, there. So it's not too far from our farm. That does look quite huge, actually. But I'm hoping with the piece of equipment that we get, which is going to be one of my favourite pieces of equipment that I like to use, and it's this fella here, which is part of the Converland and Vicon equipment pack DLC. But if you haven't used it, it is absolutely awesome. It only holds 3,900 litres, but it will go out to a width of 45 metres, so it's ideal for great big fields like on this map. So we are going to buy ourselves one of those. So if we straight away buy that. Now I'm going to test, where's our tractor, because we need to go and pick that up. I'm going to test how far that 3,900 litres will actually go, because if it doesn't, I've got another idea up my sleeve that we can do. Now let me just check if we're going to be okay driving in on here with these tyres on. That looks pretty good to me. Let's just double check on the map, make sure we've got no funny lines or squiggles. I think that should be fine. So we should get away with that. So don't really want to change over to narrows. But what we'll do is we'll head on up to the shop. We'll grab our fertiliser spreader. We've got some fertiliser at our farm which came out of the seeder, so we can use that to fill it up, and we'll just see if we can fertilise our field first before moving on to this contract. And maybe we could invest in like a buy point for fertiliser on our farm, because obviously we've got a lime station on our farm, which is good, and we've got that sea tank which isn't far from our farm, which we know we can use from the last episode. So we don't really need like an all-in-one buy point, we just need fertiliser really. And then that would just, I know the shop's not a million miles away, but it would just save us backwards and forwards buying big bags or pallets. I know we could buy pallets and bring them back to our farm, but I think in the long run, just for ease and quickness, it would be worth investing in one of those buy points. So let's turn in. And where is our fertiliser? Just there. Turn off those beacons. Now this isn't going to fill this up, so shall we, where's the best spot? I'm wondering if we could stick it over there. I don't think it would let us. Right, let's turn that off. I will show you the buy point that I'm thinking of, because like I say, we've got access to lime and seeds. So I was thinking of this, I mean I really like this multi-silo there which does seeds, lime and fertiliser, but we don't really need all of that. But we've got this MF fertiliser hut which is from AJ Tech. That will give us access to solid fertiliser and liquid fertiliser. It's only one slot, which is brilliant for us, whereas this fella's 3 slots. I was wondering if we could squeeze it in over here, but I bet it's not going to let us, is it? Or maybe down here. No. Oh. Possibly come out bit. That's a bit too much sticking out, isn't it? Don't really want it down by the farmhouse. What about round the back of one of these sheds? Try and get as close as we can. This will probably work, wouldn't it? What is that supposed to be? A window, is it? So we'll come between those two windows if we can. No, it's not playing ball. You can get a lot closer if we come down this end, I think, by the look of it. Are we reasonably lined up? That looks pretty good to me. I'll just double check that we're not paying over the odds. So that is how much we should be paying. Let's hope that that jerked a little bit. I hope we haven't deformed anything there. Let's go and check. I'm a bit worried that we've messed something up there. That looks pretty good to me. It's not a bump, is it? I'm not sure whether those hazard marks are floating. So is the tyre tracks by the look of it. Right. Let's drive the tractor around there and see if there's a bit of a bump there. That's what worries me about putting placeables down on maps if you haven't really sort of tested it, which I haven't, as you can see. But it looked pretty good to me. It's not dipping down when we drive over it, so I don't think there's any. I think we're pretty good to go. Right, let's just go for it. So, fertiliser. No idea if this is more cost effective than any other way, but 3,402. I don't know, without having see, look, those poles to me are floating. So knowing my luck, there's going to be another update. I can see it happening. Anyway, let's just see if this will take this fertiliser, because as you can see it does still look pretty light, the soil colour. Right, so that's not changing, so I'm guessing that we cannot do that. So whether that is going to, I'll tell you what we could do actually. Let's put our field info on. That should tell us. So it is saying it's 100% fertilised, so that is pretty good for us. So technically that has saved us a job. I'll just turn that back off because I don't really like that on. But right, so field 26 we want to get to, so we could cut through this way around the back of our farm. I think we'll go back out onto the main road and go from there. Put the old beacons on, just check, yeah. And then I just think we'll do a few contracts here and there just to top our money up. I know we're doing pretty good for money, but we still need to buy a silo at some point. And you know, well, I think we're quite far off of buying another field at the minute, but that is our next goal, I would imagine. Just so that we're not waiting for one field all the time. We're not, you know, harvesting and seeding, and like we're doing now, we're just sort of trying to find jobs to pass the time. Now, is this our field? Yes, it is. So let's come out there. Tell you what, as long as we don't get driven into by someone, let's go about there. We'll turn our beacons back off, put the help menu on because I just want to make sure we're on 45, which we're not. We are now. And off we go. Look at the spread we've got on that. So when you've got absolutely huge fields like this, it's going to get it done a lot quicker. So we'll just carry on straight up like that. Look at the size of this field. It's ridiculous. I do like the distance texture Lancyboi got though, so you've got some buildings in the background there just to make it look like there's another farm or something over there. So we're cracking on with this, and we're only 9% done, which is madness. So I will carry on doing this field, and then we'll possibly see if there's any more available. Hopefully we should have enough fertilizer. It is going down quite quick, but I think we will have enough. So let's see what happens.
Decided it was time for him to fly out of the darkness and into the light, higher and higher out of sight. The whisper inside your heart tells you let go. Time to leave the past. You did what you knew. Slow down and rest. You've been through a war. No one can hurt you anymore. Behind closed eyes, memories unfold, hidden secrets.
Right, so as you can see, contract on field 26 finished. Although there's still a huge patch left to do, we don't have to do it, so we can save our fertilizer. But we just about had enough. I think we probably would have had enough to finish it off completely, which is pretty good. So we're going to collect that like so. What I will probably do is do a couple more. So what we're looking at, field 13, which is 19,000, that's the next best one. We'll probably only go for the big sort of payer outers, if you want, at the minute anyway. I mean, it will be worth doing the odd one here and there if it's not too far. 1 and 2 is not too bad. It's still a good price, 6,000 for us. So we need to go and fill up. I think we'll accept field 13. So where is that on our map? Hopefully not too far away. There's 10 and 12. Am I... Oh, there it is there. Bit of a bright colour. What's that they're growing there? That is sorghum by the look of it. So we'll go back to the farm and we will fill up. Let's head on up. I think we can get out this way, I said, wouldn't it? Let's head on up that way and cut across. Hopefully, oh, there's our farm there actually. That's pretty good. I wonder if we can cut down the side of this person's field without encroaching. That's pretty good. Like so. Right, so I'm not sure whether this works out more expensive, but it's just going to be a little bit quicker and easier, I think, in the long run. So we are looking at over 3,000 litres there for 4,000. So if we went into here and did the big bags, oh yeah, it's going to be cheaper than that, isn't it, doing it like that? I mean, I have got some pallet ones modded in, but again, that is a lot cheaper than that as well. So yeah, pretty good actually. I'm quite pleased with that. Now I need to work out how I've got to get over to field 13. So I think if we go straight across here, this looks like a track down there. That possibly could be actually the railway track, but I will suss that out. I will go and do that, and I will see you at the end so that you can see that I've actually done it, and we'll collect our money. So I will, let's close the cover on that. I will see you shortly, guys, after we've finished that field. Right, so we should be almost finished on this field with this contract. Hopefully any minute now we should get the old message come up. Again, it's not taking too long, especially with the pieces of equipment we've got. There we go. Contract on field 13 finished. So we can collect our $19,095. Thank you very much. There is one more worth doing, probably. That's potatoes, wasn't it? On field 17, which is just below our farm there. So I'll probably do that as well, just to keep us going. There's quite a good harvesting contract there. Field 44, rye, take to North Grains. Where is that? 44 there. North Grains I know is up here. So that's not too bad. Could come along, cut up there, or even along there and up the freeway. And across. Possibly use their equipment, because I'd like to think, I mean, it looks like they've got quite a big harvester there for us to use. And they're going to have, it's a shame you can't see the rest of the equipment, that's the annoying thing. I'd like to think that they've got quite a big trailer, bigger than ours, to do that as well. So, but we will do this harvesting, fertilizing contract first, I think. Now, apologies if it is a bit contract based, this episode. But we're just trying to get our money up together. So there was a little track here, which was pretty good. We'll get our beacons on. As you can see, you just got to nip across the railway line as well, which is abandoned, I believe. I've not seen any trains as of yet since we've been here. And then we're obviously going to have to top up our fertilizer, but again I'll probably do this contract off camera, So look, whoa there. Right, that was my fault. At least it shows I'm only human. I've no idea what, I think it might have been the fertiliser spreader that's caught the back end of that curb there, I think. Anyway, we'll overtake this chap. Excuse me. See, I could edit out little bits like that, but I think it takes away the fun, and at least it hopefully gives you guys a bit of a chuckle. I had a very bad mishap on my latest episode of No Man's Land, which one of my subscribers told me that she was giggling her head off about it. So at least I've entertained people. Wrong button. So we get that done, and it literally is that field there to our right, isn't it? Let's just double check. 17. Where are we? We're over here. Yes, it is. So again, I will get that done, guys. Like I say, apologies for it being like this, but we're just sort of trying to wait for our rye to grow. But I will carry on with this, and I will see you towards the end of that as well. So once again, we're almost finished on this one. We're at 91%. So we're almost there. I do love that. That is sorghum, isn't it, over there? I'll have a look in a sec, but I do love that texture. Pretty sure that is sorghum. Definitely grow that in the future, I think. So contract on field 17 is finished. We will collect our money. 12,000. Thank you very much. Let's just have a quick look at that field. Yellow. Oh no, it's millet. That is very nice looking. I like the look of that. I'm going to go and run and have a look at that for a second without getting knocked over. Kind of looks a little bit better from a distance, but it looks quite nice. Right, we're going to head back to our farm. We've got quite a bit of fertiliser left actually, so it wasn't too bad, this field. This could be potentially a future purchase of ours. It would probably make sense because it's right next to our farm. How much out of interest is that? And it also will fill in this section here, which is quite annoying. So there you go, look, that is 5,000. That's wishful thinking. $553,000, but it is a nice field. And again, I would probably plough through that grass section right in the middle just to make it even bigger, which is what we're going to do on our field. Now, what I want to do, because as you can see, tractor's getting a little bit filthy, is put down a jet wash. Probably going to go somewhere here, I would have thought, by this door. Again, I'm worried about placing something because these poles look okay to me. I'm pretty sure when I came on, those poles are okay. So I have no idea what's going on, but we will put down a jet wash. I would probably just go for this fella here, just for simplicity. I've got another one installed, but I think we'll go for this fella. So the hose is on that side, and again we'll try and get as close as we can. It's not very close, is it? I'm not too sure about that. Right, that's a bit far out, more further out than what I would want, but I think it's going to have to do. Something like that. So the ground didn't go funny there. That's good. That looks okay to me. At least we've got a bit of room to walk around it. That's what I'm saying. The poles look okay. So hopefully, fingers crossed, we won't have any more episodes like that. The rice is growing nice. That rhymes. So let's give this a spray off, and then I think we'll probably call it a day there, because it's getting around my dinner time for the in-game and in real life. So we'll give this a good blast off, and we'll do the Kverneland spreader as we're here. It's got a little bit of dirt on it. Nice and clean. Do like clean machinery. So again, that looks pretty good. And we'll park this up in here. I may do that harvesting contract. If I do, I will record it or screenshot it so you can see next episode that I've done that and we've earned some money from it. So dodgy camera angles. I think if we lower this right up the back here, it'll be out of the way. Drop it down, move the tractor a bit further down to the front. That'll do me. Shut our shed up. Yeah, like I say, if I do that contract, I will use their equipment. I possibly might record it and just show you at the start of the next episode, or screenshot the payment. We did collect the money on that last one, didn't we? I'm losing my mind. So that was the one there that I'm interested in. Definitely not that, because that is potatoes and I probably wouldn't see you for about 6 months if I did that one. Yeah, we'll leave it there for this episode. Apologies if it, well, I hope it wasn't boring, but we've done a few contracts and, you know, it took me a while to settle the game up again, but hopefully we won't have any problems anymore. Fingers crossed. Hopefully there'll be no more updates. And if there is, it won't require a new save. So, on this happy day of independence, I hope you have all enjoyed it. If you have, please give us a like, and if you haven't subscribed yet, then please do. And don't forget to hit that notification bell so you don't miss any future videos of mine. I've been Farm Sim Snowy. Stay frosty.